Outta.
Between 2020 and 2024, Dems lost 2.1 million voters, while the GOP gained 2.4. They lost ground in all 30 states that track voter registration. It's because voters see two choices: the party of law and order or violent chaos, of hot actresses or odd men in women's spaces. Seriously, would you rather see Sydney Sweeney or Sydney's weenie? Now, Dems will point to polls that say deportations are unpopular. Of course they are. You're describing them as Gestapo-like kidnappings. If you reported them accurately, they'd be more popular than a bucket of dildos at a WNBA pro shop. Face it, the only poll that matters was on November 5th. You don't have to listen to the brain-dead media and deceptive Dems. They said Kamala was ahead, Trump was Hitler, Biden was as sharp as a chunk of Vermont cheddar. The media never pressed the Dems on the number of illegals in their state. If the left cared, they'd identify the size of the problem first. But for them, open borders was the solution. Pad the census, gain the seats. They filled a bucket, not worrying how much water it could carry. And they tried to top that bucket off before Biden kicked his. Now they're resisting federal law, turning on ICE agents. One illegal even accused ICE of abducting his wife, but turns out she was found dead after he was caught on camera dragging something from his home. And what's the left's reaction? Applauding him for recycling? Tens of thousands of migrant children were lost under Biden and were the bad guy. Hell, they weren't even happy with dealing the worst first. But to arrest one illegal with 15 convictions and 38 arrests, you got to sift through the millions that the Dems let in. But they never cared who the worst were. They conflated them with legals from the beginning. Hence, a mariachi band and not an MS-13 gang. To them, it's all the same. So screw Wu and all these sanctuary saps. Remember, they broke the system. They don't get to tell us how to fix it. When OJ offered to help look for Nicole's killer, we knew better than to accept the help. Which means it's time for
Greg's amazing and utterly helpful and no less sexy analogy. Now with 65% less body hair. Oh, yeah.
You know, a long time ago, I was at this bar, and my lady friend threw up all over the floor. But the bar back had to come over and clean it up. So I pulled out a C note, and I gave it to him. Well, I'll never forget the look on Geraldo's face when he took it. But as he mopped up the mess, me and the drunken broad, we didn't stand over him and say, "Ooh, I think you missed a spot. Oh, look over there." But that's what's happening here. The Dems threw up all over America with their up policies, and now they stand by and whine while we clean up their mess. No, you don't get a vote here. Trump was voted in, you were voted out. Americans made their decisions, so listening to you is a betrayal to them.